If you could know the absolute truth to one question about any event in history, what would you ask and why?
Where is the most valuable cache of buried treasure buried? For obvious reasons.
I would like to see what exactly happened to cause a bottleneck in human population approximately 12,000 years. The event was the origin of our oldest mythological stories.
John Fitzgerald Kennedy.
Where the minions were from 1933-1945. What did the Pope tell Attila the Hun to get him to turn around from the gates of Rome and not sack the city despite sacking the city being his life mission?
What the fuck is actually up with the Voynich manuscript?
Tempting to pick some historic mystery, but when it came down to it, I'd probably just find someone's missing kid. What was my Hotmail password?
Who exactly were the Sea Peoples?
Why did I re-download Reddit?
What the origin and explanation of Luca?
Is I can't believe it's not butter, actually butter.
Where did the Big Bang come from? And what was there before it? What caused it? It's all part of the same question.
Honestly, I would like to know about the lost history of civilization. There's just a big piece of unknown history. Was Jesus actually the Son of God?
Definitely what happened to the Roanoke colony.
The precise location of Genghis Khan's grave.
What knowledge was contained in the Mayan codexes burned by the Christian missionaries just doing? What Christian missionaries do? What actually happened to Paul on the road to Damascus?
Whatever happened to Amelia Earhart?
Who was in Paris?
Who originated Hive STD and how in the world she created it?
The magic bullet that killed JFK. What type of magic was it? A typical witch hex, or was it like a spell of some sort?
The identity of Jack the Ripper or the Zodiac Killer, or who killed John Benet Ramsey.
I want to know the real story of Jesus, the man. Like I have a pretty good idea, but still want to know. Theology aside, he's a pretty interesting historical figure.
Where did I go wrong?
Who killed the guy that was about to reveal the first water-powered car? What would life be like with vehicles fueled by water?
Is Atlantis real? And where is it located?
How did ancient civilizations build things that we couldn't build today?
How would the world be different if Jesus wasn't crucified?
What caused the Great Vowel Shift?
Has an actual deity ever communicated with anyone?
9/11. That entire Bush administration should be lynched on the streets.
Which is the one and only God, if any?
How was Einstein convinced to work on the Manhattan Project?
What happened to C.B. Cooper?
Why wasn't my mother mentioned in my great-grandmother's obituary?
I would want to know what exactly people gained from reposting the same fucking questions over and over again.
Who was D.B. Cooper? One of the craziest and more interesting unsolved crimes ever. Inho.
I would like to know who the hell Jack the Ripper was, why he did it, and ultimately, how many did he kill because with how brutal he was, he had to have started out with less noticeable kills.